Hello, my friends. Today I want to share something with you that might surprise you. For years, we have all been told to eat more fruit. Doctors say it, nutritionists recommend it, and family members encourage it. Fruits are natural, they are colorful, and they seem like the perfect healthy choice. But what I am about to tell you might change how you think about certain fruits, especially if you are over 60 years old. The truth is, some fruits that seem perfectly harmless can quietly work against your health. They can weaken your circulation, make your legs feel heavy, and even contribute to muscle loss. This is not just about sugar content. This is about how your body, as it ages, responds differently to certain compounds in these fruits. Your metabolism slows down, your insulin becomes less effective, and your circulation needs more support, not more challenges. Today, we are going to explore 7 fruits that many seniors eat regularly, thinking they are making healthy choices. Instead, these fruits may be silently undermining your strength, your energy, and your independence. More importantly, I will share what you can eat instead to protect your health and vitality. Understanding your changing body after 60. Before we talk about specific fruits, let me explain what happens to your body as you age. Your metabolism naturally slows down. Your pancreas, which produces insulin to manage blood sugar, becomes less efficient. Your blood vessels become less flexible. Your muscles need more support to maintain their strength and function. This means that foods which may have been perfectly fine when you were younger can now cause problems. Your body simply cannot handle rapid spikes in blood sugar the way it used to. When your blood sugar rises too quickly, it can damage the small blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, especially in your legs and feet. This is why some seniors experience unexplained fatigue, swelling in their ankles, leg cramps at night, or that heavy feeling in their legs after eating certain foods. It is not just aging. It is often your body responding to foods that no longer serve you well. Fruit number 1. Bananas, the contextual energy source. Let me start with bananas. Now, I want to be clear, bananas are not evil. They have been called nature's energy bar, and for good reason. They are easy to eat, require no preparation, and provide quick energy. But here is what most people do not understand. Bananas are contextual. This means whether they help you or hurt you depends entirely on your lifestyle. If you are physically active, if you walk regularly, do yard work, exercise, or stay busy throughout the day, then bananas can be wonderful fuel for your body. Your muscles can use that quick energy right away. But if you live a more sedentary lifestyle, if you spend long hours sitting, watching television, or doing quiet activities, then bananas might be working against you. Here is why. 1 medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar. Even though it is natural sugar, your body processes it the same way it processes any sugar. When you eat a banana, especially on an empty stomach, your blood sugar rises quickly. This causes your pancreas to release insulin to bring that sugar down. If you are not moving around to use that energy, your body has no choice but to store it, usually as fat around your midsection. But there is another problem with bananas that many people do not know about. Bananas are very high in potassium, which is generally good for your heart and muscles. However, they are low in magnesium. Potassium and magnesium work together in your body like dance partners. When one is high and the other is low, especially in older adults, who often have depleted magnesium levels, you can develop problems. The most common sign of this imbalance is muscle cramps, particularly leg cramps at night. Many seniors experience these cramps and think they need more potassium, so they eat more bananas. But often, what they really need is more magnesium. The result is that the cramps get worse, not better. If you love bananas and want to keep eating them, here is how to do it safely. Never eat them alone. Always pair them with protein or healthy fat. Try half a banana with almond butter, or add banana slices to a smoothie that contains protein powder and leafy greens. And limit how often you eat them. Once or twice a week is plenty if you are not very active. Fruit number 2. Grapes. The deceptive sugar bombs. Grapes look so innocent, do they not? They are small, refreshing, and easy to pop in your mouth. A bowl of grapes feels like a virtuous snack, something healthy to reach for instead of cookies or chips. For years, we have been told that grapes are good for our hearts because they contain antioxidants like resveratrol. But here is what you need to know. Grapes are almost pure sugar. Just 15 to 20 grapes, that is one small handful, contains over 20 grams of sugar. That is more sugar than you would find in a small candy bar. Unlike a candy bar, though, grapes do not come with a warning label. They do not feel indulgent. They feel natural and healthy. But for a senior body that is less efficient at processing sugar, grapes can cause significant problems, especially when eaten throughout the day without thinking. When you eat grapes, your blood sugar rises rapidly. In a younger person with good insulin sensitivity, this might not be a problem. But for older adults, especially those dealing with insulin resistance or pre-diabetes, this sugar lingers in the bloodstream. It creates inflammation and puts stress on your blood vessels. This is when you might start to notice swelling in your ankles, puffiness in your fingers, or that heavy feeling in your legs by afternoon. These are not just signs of poor circulation, they are signals that your body is struggling to manage the sugar load you have given it. The irony is that you would need to eat pounds of grapes to get a meaningful amount of resveratrol, the antioxidant that is supposed to be so beneficial. By that point, you would have consumed so much sugar that any potential benefit would be completely overwhelmed by the metabolic stress. If you enjoy the sweetness of fruit, try berries instead. A handful of raspberries or blueberries provides antioxidants and flavor with much less impact on your blood sugar. Even a sliced green apple with a sprinkle of cinnamon is a better choice. Fruit number 3. Watermelon. The summer deception. Watermelon brings back such pleasant memories, does it not? Summer picnics, family gatherings, the refreshing coolness on a hot day. It is 92% water, so it seems like the perfect healthy hydrating snack. But here is the truth that is hard to hear. Watermelon is one of the worst fruits you can snack on regularly if you are over 60 and not very active. Despite being mostly water, the remaining 8% is almost entirely sugar, with very little fiber to slow down absorption. Watermelon has what scientists call a high glycemic index, around 72 to 80, depending on how ripe it is. To put this in perspective, that is higher than white bread. When you eat watermelon, especially on an empty stomach, it hits your bloodstream like a sugar bomb. Your blood sugar shoots up quickly, and you might feel a brief burst of energy. But within 30 to 60 minutes, that sugar crashes, leaving you feeling weaker than before. Your hands might feel shaky, your legs might feel heavy, and your thinking might become fuzzy. Here is what is especially concerning for seniors. This pattern of blood sugar spikes and crashes can damage your smallest blood vessels, the tiny capillaries that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your fingers, toes, eyes, and brain. Over time, this leads to poor circulation, which shows up as cold hands and feet, numbness or tingling, restless legs at night, or dizziness when you stand up. Many people eat watermelon thinking it is hydrating, but without the right balance of minerals, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, that water passes right through your system. You might find yourself urinating more frequently and actually feeling more dehydrated than before. If you want to enjoy watermelon occasionally, treat it like a dessert, not a health food. Eat a small portion after a balanced meal, never on an empty stomach, and pay attention to how you feel afterward. If you notice fatigue, leg heaviness, or afternoon crashes, watermelon might not be serving your body well. Fruit number 4. Fruit juice, the liquid sugar trap. This might be the most important section for many of you to hear. Fruit juice has been marketed as healthy for decades. Orange juice with breakfast, apple juice as a snack, grape juice for heart health, and S. We have been told these are smart choices, especially the ones labeled 100% juice or no added sugar. But I need you to understand this clearly. Fruit juice is concentrated liquid sugar. It does not matter if it is organic, cold-pressed, or freshly squeezed. Once you remove the fiber from fruit, what you are left with is sugar water that floods your system. One 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains 21 to 26 grams of sugar. That is equivalent to 5 or 6 teaspoons of sugar, but you do not feel like you just had dessert. You feel like you did something good for your health because the marketing has trained us to see juice as vitamins in a glass. The sugar in fruit juice, especially fructose, is processed almost entirely by your liver. When you drink large amounts of fructose, especially without fiber or physical activity to help process it, your liver becomes overwhelmed. It starts storing the excess as fat, particularly around your organs. This visceral fat does not just sit there harmlessly. It releases inflammatory compounds that damage your blood vessels, slow down muscle recovery, and increase your risk of falls and mobility problems. Many seniors drink juice first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This is the worst possible time. With no food to slow the absorption, your blood sugar skyrockets, insulin surges, and within an hour or two, you crash. You feel tired, foggy, and often crave more sugar. Most fruit juices contain as much sugar as soda, and sometimes more. The difference is that soda does not pretend to be healthy. Juice tricks you into thinking you are nourishing your body when you are actually harming it. If you have been drinking juice regularly and wondering why you feel bloated, why your legs feel heavy, or why you have afternoon energy crashes, try eliminating juice for 2 weeks. Many seniors are amazed at how much better they feel. Lighter, more stable, with better energy throughout the day. For hydration, drink water. If you want flavor, add slices of lemon, cucumber, or fresh mint. If you want the nutrients from fruit, eat the whole fruit with its fiber intact. Fruit number 5. Dried fruits, the concentrated sugar trap. Dried fruits seem like such a smart snack choice. They are portable, they keep well, and they feel so much healthier than candy or chips. Raisins, dried apricots, dates, they are marketed as natural, wholesome alternatives to processed sweets. But here is what happens when fruit is dried. All the water is removed, leaving behind concentrated sugar. A single date contains about 16 grams of sugar, more than a cookie. 1 cup of raisins has over 85 grams of sugar. That is like drinking 2 cans of soda, but without any liquid to help you feel full. Because dried fruits are small and chewy, it is easy to eat them mindlessly. You might have a handful while watching television, a few more with your afternoon snack, and some after dinner. Before you know it, you have consumed enormous amounts of sugar without realizing it. This sugar hits your bloodstream fast and hard. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin responds, and then you crash. But there is another problem with dried fruits that is especially concerning for seniors. They actually dehydrate you. Your muscles, joints, and organs need water to function properly. Water helps your joints move smoothly, keeps your skin healthy, and supports good digestion. But dried fruits pull water from your system as they are digested. They absorb fluid from your body, leaving you more dehydrated than before. This is why you might feel bloated, cramped, or constipated after eating dried fruits. Your system is drying out from the inside, and you are feeding it more dryness. Many dried fruits are also treated with oils to prevent sticking, or preserved with chemicals like sulfur dioxide. These are not clean, natural foods, TANE. They are processed products designed for shelf life, not your health. If you are experiencing tight muscles, restless legs at night, joint pain, or constant cravings for snacks, dried fruits might be a hidden trigger. Instead of dried fruit, try fresh options like apple slices, pears, or berries. These provide sweetness along with water and fiber, that your body actually needs. Fruit number 6. Canned fruit and syrup. The hidden danger. This might seem obvious to some of you, but I am constantly surprised by how many seniors still eat canned fruit and syrup, thinking it is a reasonable substitute for fresh fruit. Those cans of peaches, pears, or fruit cocktail sitting in golden syrup might seem convenient and harmless, but they are actually metabolic disasters waiting to happen. Once fruit is canned in syrup, it stops being food and becomes a sugar delivery system. The syrup is often made from high fructose corn syrup, one of the most inflammatory substances in our food supply. This is not the kind of sugar your body can easily process. It goes straight to your liver and causes immediate damage to your blood vessels. When the delicate lining of your blood vessels becomes inflamed, which happens regularly in seniors who eat syrup-laden foods, circulation slows down. Blood cannot move efficiently to your legs and feet. Oxygen delivery drops, and the tissues in your lower body suffer. This is when you start noticing more swelling in your ankles, heavier feelings in your legs after sitting or walking, or numbness and tingling in your feet. These are not just signs of aging, they are signs of diet-induced circulation problems. A small can of fruit and syrup often contains 20 to 30 grams of sugar. That is more than a candy bar, but it does not come with the guilt, so people eat it more often. After breakfast, with lunch, as a healthy dessert, each time flooding the body with sugar that disrupts circulation and inflammation. The processing also destroys most of the beneficial compounds in the original fruit. What you are left with is soft, lifeless fruit flesh that digests rapidly and provides almost no real nutrition. Your body treats it exactly like candy, because that is essentially what it has become. If you want canned fruit, look for options packed in water or their own juice only. Even then, drain and rinse it to reduce the sugar content. But honestly, fresh or frozen fruit without added sugars is always the better choice. Fruit number 7. Overripe mangoes. The sugar concentration problem. Mangoes can be part of a healthy diet when eaten fresh and in moderation, especially when paired with protein or healthy fats. But overripe mangoes present a special problem for seniors. As mangoes ripen past their peak, their sugar content increases while their fiber content decreases. This means that overripe mangoes hit your bloodstream even faster than regular mangoes, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar that your aging body struggles to manage. Many seniors add mango to smoothies or eat it as a sweet treat, not realizing how much it can affect their circulation and energy levels. The high sugar load can leave you feeling dizzy, create that heavy sensation in your legs, and contribute to the afternoon fatigue that so many people experience. The key with any tropical fruit is timing and portion control. If you enjoy mango, choose ones that are ripe but still firm, eat small portions, and always combine them with protein or healthy fat to slow the sugar absorption. What should you eat instead? Now that we have talked about what to avoid, let me share some wonderful alternatives that will actually support your health after 60. Berries are your best friends. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are loaded with antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. They are lower in sugar than most other fruits, and higher in fiber, which means they satisfy you without causing blood sugar spikes. A handful of berries with some nuts or a piece of cheese makes an excellent snack. Apples with the skin on are fantastic. They are high in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, and they require chewing, which slows down eating and helps you feel satisfied. The skin contains most of the beneficial compounds, so never peel your apples. Avocados are technically fruits, and they are perfect for seniors. They are packed with healthy fats that support heart health and muscle function. Plus, they contain potassium without the blood sugar spike of other fruits. Green apples tend to be lower in sugar than red varieties and have a nice tart flavor that many people enjoy. Slice them thin and sprinkle with cinnamon for a satisfying treat. Small portions of pears can work well, especially if you eat them with the skin and pair them with a protein source. The key is to think of fruit as nature intended it, as an occasional treat, not a dietary staple. Our ancestors ate fruit seasonally and in small amounts. We can learn from that wisdom. Here is something I want you to remember. Your body is always communicating with you. It tells you through your energy levels, your sleep quality, how your legs feel when you walk, whether you have cravings or feel satisfied after meals. If you have been experiencing unexplained fatigue, leg swelling, afternoon crashes, restless legs at night, or difficulty maintaining your balance, take an honest look at your fruit consumption. You might be surprised to discover that foods you thought were helping you are actually holding you back. Try eliminating the 7 fruits we discussed today for 2 weeks. Pay attention to how you feel. Many seniors are amazed at the difference: more energy, less swelling, better sleep, clearer thinking, and improved mobility. This is not about depriving yourself or never enjoying sweet foods again. This is about making informed choices that support your body as it ages. You deserve to feel strong, clear-minded, and steady on your feet. The right food choices can help make that possible. As we age, every choice becomes more important. We cannot eat the same way we did in our 30s or 40s and expect the same results. Our bodies need more support, not more challenges. The fruits I have discussed today are not evil, but they are often mismatched for the bodies and lifestyles of seniors. Your circulation, your insulin sensitivity, your muscle function, they all deserve better than foods that create chaos in your system while pretending to nourish you. You have the power to make changes that will help you feel better almost immediately. Start by paying attention to how different foods make you feel. Trust your body's signals. Choose foods that give you sustained energy rather than quick spikes and crashes. Remember, aging well is not about avoiding all pleasure or eating perfectly all the time. It is about making wise choices most of the time and listening to what your body needs. You know your body better than anyone else. Trust that knowledge and let it guide you toward foods that truly serve your health and vitality. Your strength, your independence, and your quality of life are worth protecting. Make choices that honor the body that has carried you this far and will carry you for years to come. You deserve to age with grace, energy, and confidence. The right foods can help make that possible. Take care of yourself, my friends. Your body is counting on you to make these wise choices, and I believe in your ability to do exactly that.